Hey, it's Monday morning on the Can We Not podcast.
Hey.
With my two co-hosts. We in here on Mother's Day.
Hey.
God.
You got everybody wild. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of the Can We Not podcast. That's right. We are back. Let me get my soundboard up. Make sure the volume's up all the way on there.
There we go.
There we go. Soundboard's on. That's right. We back in the studio with your host, Evan Cumbess, and my two co-hosts. We got Akai, a.k.a. Akai Kardashian.
Wait a minute.
Oh, nah.
And we got my other co-host. We got...
Nah, run that back. We gonna run a fade if we gonna keep that name. Fuck the Kardashians.
With City World Radio. Shout out to Jade. Skyscraper Radio. Shout out Jade on the board. Shout out Tom manning up all
Pray
the
for that
cameras.
nigga Kanye West, man. I'm sorry. Please.
Kim Kardashian, she's freeing people. So when
That
there's
don't
something
mean
to
shit.
do-
And she just gave birth.
so
She
you-
didn't free him
and
from
Hey
the mental
Mama,
ward
this
he's
is
in.
Mother's Day.
Listen, after he got with Kim Kardashian, songs like "Hey Mama"
I'm not
turned
talking
into
about him.
I'm talking about him.
We're talking
Hey
about
Mama.
her. So happy Mother's Day.
Yes,
to her.
it's lit. Mother's Day.
Yes.
It's lit. Mother gang, out here.
Yes, but I'm two hosts.
You're-
How are you guys doing before we get into Mother's Day?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling.
I might have cancer.
Shout out Pepsi.
Well, you sit around the sickest nigga in the world every 5 weeks. You're bound to catch something.
Yo, really?
Wow.
You consider yourself the sickest nigga in the
Why
in
you
the
don't sit
comedy
next
game?
to me?
Oh,
You don't sit next to
you
me.
mean Kenny G? He got that magic.
How am I getting?
You
The
were sick
show
last
just
week.
start-
You
I
were sick
really
last
wasn't.
week.
I really wasn't.
Nah, you were.
I really wasn't sick last week. Like 2
So,
weeks ago.
so now he's it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it probably was. This episode 44, right?
Yes. it is.
44.
The Barack Obama. episode.
Fofos.
All right, that is
I'm
right.
tipping.
But guys, how you doing, Kai Kardashian?
That's not sticking, nigga.
Yes, it is.
That's
She's
not.
helping out
I ain't
black
gonna.
people.
But I ain't gonna let that shit stick. She has been disengaging black people since Ray J. That nigga is
But
nowhere
she's
to be
helping
found
people
now.
Ray J, what are you talking about? He sold Raycon. He's making millions.
Nah, that's different. He had to do that for himself. She ain't help with that. This nigga, after that whole sex tape, nothing.
Why do you
Play-
keep equating this woman's
Fuck-
status to
Fuck
men?
that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Nigga.
She's a mom, and she's helping black people. She's contributing to helping
She's
black
Kim
people
Kardashian.
who done nonviolent drug crimes get out of these long prison sentences and be free.
She's a part of the problem.
And she's making a documentary on it. Do you feel the way about that?
Yes.
Really?
Because if she really wanted to help black people,
She's studying the law.
she would free Kanye West. You know that he is under some kind of mental like lock and key or something. I just don't trust
You
the
know what's
Kardashians.
funny? There's been times, I hear what you're saying. There's been times where Kanye has wilded out, and she's kind of been the one to be like, hey.
Relax.
Yeah, but
I feel like who can keep somebody like Kanye West in check? You
Kanye
feel like it
West,
should be his
nobody.
wife, but so can you really blame her?
Yes.
I can't. But I can blame it for the
You
other
want
things
to.
outside of that.
But you want to.
It's the Kardashians, man.
All
I
right.
hate them niggas.
I tried to shoot her some bail. She's helping people out.
Can't.
Yeah.
Can't.
Try to shoot her
Can't.
bail while she bailing other
Yeah, you know, trying to give us stress
Can't.
somebody. She's doing some good in the world.
people. What are you
Can't
gonna-
please everybody.
what are you gonna- Mother's Day. What's going
Mother's
on?
Back
Day.
some-
Yo, talk about some better mothers.
Back
Yeah.
to Mother's Day.
So proud of you.
Shout out to all the moms of the Cameo
Yes.
podcast.
Oh,
Shout out
oh,
all
wait.
the moms.
Of the Cameo, like
Oh,
our
but-
Jesus
I just
Christ,
said all the
bro.
moms in the world. I was like, all the moms?
Relax.
Well,
All-
what? We got some moms that shouldn't get the
Every mom's not a good mom.
Kim Kardashian.
That's not
It's
where I
lit.
was going.
It's lit.
That is
Thank
insane.
you.
Well,
That is
No. I'm trying to shake my hand on that. But all the mothers of the Can We Not podcast.
yes. There we
Yes.
go. That's where I was going. So,
Hey,
you know, there we go.
any favorite memories or any shout outs or moments that you want to like shout out?
I don't mean to laugh. The first memory that when you say that pops in mind. I remember one time hanging out at your house, and your mom came home and just blacked on both of us and your brother. So
Wait, what?
I don't. She just got home from work, and we were just chilling, and she was mad, rightfully so. That was just the first thought that came into mind when you said that. It's just like, God damn.
That's a favorite memory. Shit, that's
I didn't say. I never said it was favorite. It was just the first one to pop.
the first thing that popped in my mind.
Why y'all niggas always here? I mean,
Not doing nothing in this damn house. Happy
y'all
Mother's Day, Mama. Happy Mother's Day. Sorry for these niggas. No. Well, I guess reminisce.
we just gotta
Reminisce
we
on
gotta
all
ta-
the.
We gotta talk over the music.
Gotta talk over the music. Jeez,
That's what the
talk
chorus
over
is
the
coming
music.
already. Fuck it.
Sweet lady.
and shout out to all potential mothers who are fans of the
Potential
Camming Out
mothers.
who are fans of the Camming Out podcast.
What you mean potential mothers, though? What you mean potential
I
mothers?
don't know, like
Yeah,
That's
that-
how
we
much
have
that
any-
didn't even
that
affect
was,
you.
that was just,
If we have-
the phrasing was kind of.
if we
Felt
have
like Captain
fans,
Marvel with that shit.
if we have fans who
What?
are mothers, that's what I mean.
Are you
What?
expecting any
No,
people
nigga.
to be mothers soon?
Expecting.
No, oh my god.
Oh my
Turn my mic off.
Yo, Aisha Curry wallet.
Yo,
You got to deflect like me, bro.
deflect, man. You better be
Switch
deflecting.
it up or something.
Switch it.
Because I was trying to save you. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I'm glad he set it off mic. But the real main reason why I came here to do the show, I've been dying to come and record since Monday.
Ever since the story dropped.
He wanted
Evan
to
was
do
in
an
the
emergency
garage.
podcast. I looked at it, I was like, nigga, it's Monday. I put my phone down. I was like, nah, this,
I thought he was
this Mon-
serious. I thought he was serious too.
I would have been open for it, but I was like,
I was like, let me let the story develop. Let me see what's going on.
Let
here.
that shit
Let's-
marinate.
Yeah.
I mean, we know.
And it did marinate.
They developed.
Okay.
For the people who don't know backstory, any of you guys want to give them some backstory?
Aisha Curry
It's
goes
wild.
on Red Table Talk. Obviously, we know Red Table Talk. We talked about it here on the podcast. The whole show with Jada Pinkett Smith, where she's out here airing grievances live on Facebook, which is cool. All right. I appreciate her for it. But Aisha Curry, she goes in and she drops what seems to be the most crazy bit of news to me that reveals everything. I feel like she basically just put everybody on Front Street and said, this is what women want. She goes on and she says, Kenneth, would you like to take this?
So, Aisha Curry basically revealed that she feels a type of way, in her own words, that there are many women out there in the world who throw themselves at her husband, NBA star Stephen Curry, and she feels slightly jealous that there are no men reciprocating that same energy towards her, that she would kind of wants that same attention in her DMs. Like she wants guys throwing themselves.
In her DMs?
I guess
That's what she said?
I guess I don't know. I actually didn't watch that Red Table Talk. I read the article on it. I was like, I don't need to see that because that's just crazy.
Nah, I saw that video, man. Like, when I was watching, it was like, she was just like, yeah, I just kind of want male attention.
Riley, at the time, she's less than a year old. And this lady, this group,
This ain't the clip.
Good job, Evan.
Wrong clip.
It's lit. It's
Go
lit.
ahead,
There you go.
I think that's it. But
So-
no, I was just like sitting back and like I can't really speak on it because I'm not in that situation to want or garner attention. But I feel like, that does come up in a man's life where it's like, maybe they feel like, oh, maybe I lost that, like, I guess that bit of like attraction to the other, like, opposite sex. It's like, I thought I still had it. You kind of, sometimes you might feel like that as an older man. I would feel me right now.
Found it.
really bothers me and, like, honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, like, there are all these women, like, throwing themselves. But me, like, the past 10 years, like, I don't have any of that. Like, I have zero, it sounds weird, but, like, male attention. And so then, like, I begin to internalize it. And
You
I'm
see
like,
how quick do you see how quick Jada and them tried to stop her? Like they tried to hit her with the.
It's like, whoa, hey!
You went so left. You went so left.
And she
when
was
you
about to be
supposed
like,
go right.
fine, I'll leave.
Fine, I'll leave.
Do you know how crazy that is that she said that? And basically throughout it, like the internet just went wild.
Oh, yeah.
They attacked her. Chef Curry.
Chef Curry.
Yeah.
Chef Curry.
Chef Steph, he was cooking up a bunch of bricks the past
Damn.
couple games.
that shit bothered me.
Yeah, because he was
That-
already
about-
on a shooting slump.
Yeah, that bothered me because he was in a tough ass series
He
against the
even
Rockets.
put out a tweet to try to like defend his wife after all she did to him. Fam, I'm out here supporting your lifestyle, all these things that he's doing for her, and you go out and say, yo, I wish other niggas looked at me. And he still got to come out and do
And just be like, oh,
the
yo.
honorable thing. And the thing about it to me that just wows out is just the whole thing. I'm like, the woman who prided herself on never sexualizing herself and being upper class and all this and having one of the most respectable marriages and being one of the most favorite NBA couples as a wife and everything. It's like people respect that and they love you for that. And you're mad like you don't get sexualized in attention, which shows the hypocrisy and toxic femininity sometimes. Yeah, that's right. I'm back on my toxic femininity shit.
Damn.
Now, think about that. It's like she tried to shame other women for like being more revealing. She's always used to make comments like that, and women would attack her. And then here you go talking about nobody likes me. It's like,
But they don't like me.
come on.
But, okay.
And then she tried to defend it in a Instagram post.
Which didn't really
She
do
didn't
it,
even
does it?
address it. She didn't say anything.
She didn't. I'm sorry. It really didn't do much.
She just tried to change the subject.
You have
like
the
a woman.
You have the post though, because I still, even though I wanted to read through, I was like, this is kind of bullshit. Like, you can't really defend this. Like, my thing being the guy on this aspect was looking at it from the guy's point of view. Like, I'm married to you. We're in a respectable union, but this is what you want outside of that. It's almost like the whole thing with guys liking different chicks' Instagram posts.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, why you need to like this?
And now Ayesha Curry gave him fuel to the fire. And basically, a lot of people jumped up into. I don't understand why women try to defend it. Like, oh, if you can't understand where she was coming from, then you're just. No, I understand it. That's why it's wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
I completely see
Why
where
it's
she's
wrong?
coming. I
It's
see where
wrong.
she's coming from.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's like she was.
I don't like it.
She was insecure. You know, she felt like people have insecurities. Yeah, we all can relate to that. That don't make it right.
It's like, yeah, we can lynch these black folk.
It was like, and especially, and not just to justify the feeling of it, because we all get that feeling, but not only to just feel that way, to say it out loud on camera, go through editing, and I'm pretty sure they say, yo, anything you want us to take out, anything? No, you want us to keep that? Yeah, you keep that in.
That one right
that
there.
part right there, keep it in.
That's gold.
That's gold right there. Keep that
Like-
in. Like, there's a time and a place for everything, but
Turn that shit down.
the red table, talk for that in front of Jada.
It's a red table.
And the fact that they tried to
table's
jump in that clip and try to like stop her from continuing, you would figure that's like a sign of, oh, maybe this part shouldn't get aired. Like, you didn't have to say that.
No, I think this is a good thing because it brought to light something that is an insecurity. Well, I wouldn't say it's an insecurity, so to speak, but it's just like a kind of a vulnerability that was being brought to the table that should be enlightened because, you know, this is something that a lot of other people apparently walk with.
Well, I
not in
understand
that
a lot
same
of people
space, though.
deal with it, but to put it on the forefront is, I guess, like try to put attention to it. But I feel like the way the public is dealing with it is wrong because it's one of those sensations that it comes from insecurity, but that also comes into greed. That you already have so much, yet you still want more.
Yeah.
And that's why I looked at it. I'm like, yeah, we all feel greed at a point in time. We feel hunger, we feel greed, but that doesn't justify it. That doesn't mean it's right. It's like, at what cost does some things that you desire come with? You have to acknowledge that.
But then I think the other overarching thing was that this is somebody else's views that are like, this is like, because she was saying, I don't know, well, you didn't hear the rest of it, Kenneth, but like she was saying how like she would take like pills and whatnot for like her anxiety.
Really?
Or, like, yeah.
Wow.
Like she was like taking like, you know, medicine or pills just to be able to, like, I'm not addressing that as like, oh, yo, she's crazy, so she can't be saying this shit. But it's like, this is another person's way of dealing with whatever is going on. So it's like we can't really fully use this one person's afflictions to kind of
to justify everybody else's shit. I was just doing it while you were talking. I was making myself busy.
Sorry, Party Lamp. I feel like Party Lamp didn't get any words in.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Word
Party Lamp. Damn, man.
But I have the post from Ayesha Curry that she said to come out and defend it.
Yeah.
She says, this is throwing a pair of Spanx in the Marie Kondo Esquid bin. Does it spark joy?
Oh.
Yeah,
the Netflix lady, yeah.
Okay. I have never been one to cage my feelings and emotions in any capacity. I am human. It brings me pure joy to speak my mind, be vulnerable at times, and to know myself inside and out. Seeing as how it's Mental Health Awareness Month, I really want to take the time to encourage everyone to speak their truth, regardless of perception, fitting into a mold, or offending someone. You probably should want to, be careful with offending people. Because it's your truth. All right? But everybody's truth can be hurtful. You got to be careful how you phrase things and where you put it up. But she goes on to say, and that's okay. What I'm not afraid to say out loud about being a 30-year-old mama of 3 helps another woman like me feel like they're not alone, and not only one with an insecurity, because we all have them. Don't play. Then that makes all of this hoopla worth it. If you get a chance to watch the actual Red Table Talk and not the headlines and rumors, please do. There is so much more depth and to talk, and our families are grateful to Jada Pinkett Smith for giving us the opportunity to bond together. As women, let's continue to uplift, empower, and not suppress compress our feelings and thoughts. As fleeting as some of them may be, love you all. Go find your joy and speak your truth unapologetically.
Apologetically.
Thank you. That's all
Words.
Miranda's voice.
Wow.
So she didn't really say shit while she said that.
She didn't.
She just said, I'm going to say what I want, when I want. Y'all shouldn't stop me. Yeah, but not on camera and posting it to the world when you have a husband at home who's in a shooting slump. You probably shouldn't be doing that.
He's trying to go 3 for 3 on
Exactly.
these
He was
rings.
probably somewhere shooting in that slump, and somebody on the court said, "Yo, I just hit your wife up. Let her know she looked nice today." So
Thank you.
Yeah, and ain't get him up. And he shot himself out of there, and he won that series.
Hey.
All because of him. He shot 0 of 13 in that first half of that game.
Damn.
And then dropped 33 in the second half.
Yeah, he mustered up the courage.
Somebody
Round
said,
of applause for fucking Chef Curry.
Chef Curry.
can you imagine the side eyes he was getting in the locker room and at practice during this whole ordeal? Shit.
Imagine
I'm
him
on
at the
Twitter.
podium
Yo.
after the game, and none of y'all better ask me about my wife.
Yeah, Steph, we want to ask you about what you bought. Get him out of here. Get him the fuck up out of here.
Security.
Exactly. But keep going on with this toxic femininity agenda, because Aisha Curry set a fucking flame. She sparked a flame that's been going on this entire week. Janae Akaiko.
Damn, why I gotta get linked with all these like women that's sitting there doing wild shit, man? Like
I know.
Kim Kardashian. Fuck out of here. Janae Aiko.
Synonyms, bro. Your name just goes with it.
We gonna get you next week. Episode 45. Comeback season.
Well, I got conspiracies. But Janae Aiko, she put out a song called Trigger Freestyle.
Okay.
I didn't listen to that. I've been meaning to, because I remember there was like a post where they were saying like, okay, you know how like Janae Aiko was like, I guess, bigging up Big Sean.
Yes,
Like
in
a
that
while
book,
back, like a
yeah,
week
we
ago or
talked
something
about
like
it,
that.
where
Yeah.
she's comment, "I love you," all of that, and I get big mad sometimes, and
I'm
she
just
let
like,
it out.
That's not a compliment. You're still like throwing the subs and whatnot within that. I'm like, why you got to do this? But now I guess this because I heard like a little bit of it. Like she was going after the dude. Like what was it?
She said a lot. I'm gonna read you some of the lyrics just so you can get an idea
Breakdown.
of how she feels. Wanna fuck you right now. I just turned the lights on now, and you know when the sun goes down, that's when it all go down. Been a minute, been a while. Ain't let nobody hit it since you hit it. You know you always know what to do with it, but ain't no me and you without you in it. Damn, I'm about to burn this bitch down. I think I need to lie down because I'm not trying to wild out right now. But right now, I don't know what I'm capable of. Might fuck around, go crazy on cuz. Might fuck around and have to pay me in blood.
What
This
the
ain't what you
nah.
wanted with. Might catch a case in this bitch. Don't let me catch you face to face in this bitch. Trying my hardest not to disrespect you after what you did, after what you expected. You motherfucker.
What the what?
Don't break your phone.
She went off.
Yo, wait, but that first that was
Yeah,
like
it
some
started off
bipolar
mad-
shit. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
He let you inside.
I feel bad saying it like that, but like, yo, that's what?
That was such a hard switch.
Now listen, yo, low key, I want to hear that. Like it's like seeing one of those like Drake pictures where he's like going off, he's yelling on stage. Like, what song
could Drake-
requires this much effort on his part? That like the lyrics switching like that. I kind of want to hear it now.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm like,
fam, after that post and she doing that and this toxic femininity running wild all over the planet. Because even though she said that post about Big Sean, how much she still loves him, so then released that song about when she was in a dark time and being mad at him. So now we know what her being mad looks like. And then even after that, 2 days later, she posted a picture with Big Sean.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like,
on
wait,
some
what's...
lifeguard stand or some shit.
But then again, I feel
Pray
like
for Big Sean.
But, straight up.
Lord, I come to you on bended knee.
Look over the big homie, Big Sean, please, one time.
I'm glad you said this.
I'm looking at it though from a different perspective, because remember the whole shit when Jay-Z and Beyonce, they had the falling out, whatever, and then they were in the studio and they were like basically going over like what I would say is their joint album, or like, you know, Beyonce stuff or whatever.
Yes.
So it's like I feel like Jhené Aiko, Big Sean, they're kind of like they're playing both sides. Like, oh, you can play that side of, like, you know.
Do we want Big Sean to come out with the diss?
I feel like he doesn't need to address it in that sense.
He was in the picture with her.
He was in the picture, but
I felt so bad for him. I'm just like, bro, why are you a slave to this toxic femininity? Yo, pray, please pray for Big Sean. Let's all come together and just pray for Big Sean for a moment. We know you going through it, bro.
You're sick.
We know
Joy
you.
hands.
You're sick. You're sick. I don't need to hold your hand.
I want to hold your hand.
No.
Damn, we didn't get the clearance for that. Beatles and shit. Nah, I think it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, industry shit where, you know, they cook up different projects on the side. They're probably like coaching each other, because that switch up sounds like a Big Sean thing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, when I was hearing that, I was like, I don't fuck with you. Like, imagine he was just like, hey,
If
let me
he
just
do
throw
that
you some
and-
lines
But
or something like that. Like, you know, just like, I felt like it was that, but I'm like,
How do we feel about, as men, 3 men sitting in a room, how do we feel about going back
I
to
feel
somebody
really good
we know?
about 3 men sitting in a room. Actually, now it's 4.
Oh, nigga, you gay.
Happy Mother's Day. Shout
How
out
do
to
we
the
feel about
moms.
men who continue to entertain toxic relationships?
I was
Okay, somebody who's been in that, you've been in that seat. Kenneth, have you ever been in that seat?
Yes.
I feel like I've been in that seat. I feel like every guy
we're in
either,
seats right now.
I feel like every guy either knows a man
Yeah.
who's in that position or has been in that position themselves.
So we're
So
only
we've seen it.
perpetuating that shit.
That's why I want to let's address it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what goes on in the minds of a man
Chill.
when they're dealing with the toxic relationship and why they refuse to leave.
You know why they're there. Evan, you know damn well why they're there.
Some pussy. Is it for some pussy? Oh, come
Come on,
guys. We
that's-
got to do better.
No, but
We gotta do better.
We do gotta do better.
Pray for men.
Pray for men on Mother's Day.
Prayers up.
Come on, party line.
It's lit.
Take your hat off, boy. That's a damn towel.
Take your hat off, boy. Take your hat off. I'm sorry. We gotta take this. Come on, man. Come on, part of that. In honor of everything, take your hat off for this, man. Please.
Take your shade off, boy. It's a damn.
Oh, damn.
We got the fresh cut.
Yo.
Party Lamb got the fresh baldy.
Fresh?
Oh, shit.
Yo, Party Lamp is out here turning up.
Oh, God.
Damn. So, yeah, you know. Yo, pray for men, bro.
So, toxic relationships.
Nah, so what do you feel like was the one instance where you just kind of like let it happen? Because it's like we knew.
For me personally, I was in a toxic relationship. I was in a relationship with a toxic person because of it was like I knew the person was toxic because they were going through a very troubling time.
Yeah.
You know, knowing them from such a young age and kind of growing up together in a sense in our young adult lives. And I witnessed this person face so much trauma, and I just wanted to be some sort of stability and positivity in their life while I saw them going through stuff. And being with that person, I saw how all these things in their life that they were going through, how it affected them
Yeah.
and a negative impact. And it caused this person, I watched this person change over time from a sweet, innocent young girl to now somebody who's been tainted by all their trauma and tainted and influenced by all the negativity that has now invaded their life and their mental space. And watch how they turn from being a very caring, hardworking, charismatic person, and they ended up turning into somebody who did whatever it took to survive. Whether it be lying, cheating, deceiving people, and just
Wait,
easy lifestyle, whatever it takes.
you were
to
going
get
out
money.
with Eddie Guerrero?
I thought that same thing as he said.
Wait. Yo, rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero.
Facts. That was not the right sound effect for that.
Pray for Eddie Guerrero. Can we not pray?
Present. Yo, Sunday service, man. Sunday service.
Jesus Christ.
That's a fact.
That's wow.
Yeah.
The
No.
shot. Oh, you guys want to get to talk about it? Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's. We could get to the shot. I didn't watch it for the second time.
It's
in a
another
week.
filler.
It
That-
re-
filler?
you really didn't miss a lot.
You ain't missed nothing past 2 weeks. They've been doing filler. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Ethel Wild.
It's
Ethel.
I-
Wait, did she come back? Did she get a revenge on
she
people?
came home.
She came home. She found. Yeah,
She can't. They
she
let
free.
her out.
She free.
They let.
She about to go
let
back in
Ethel
because she
out. I
wild.
can't believe they let Ethel out. I gotta see my.
And apparently
grandma.
he found out that he's a dad. That he had a dad.
Wait.
No,
What?
Yeah.
Ronnie
Wait,
found
Ronnie's,
out that
Ronnie,
Ronnie's dad was
no.
his,
Ronnie explained to Jada how when Ronnie was growing up with Miss Ethel across the street, his dad lived. Yeah,
Yo, imagine your
that
dad
man
was.
was my father.
but they showed a flashback to when he was like 10 or 11,
Uh,
and the little boy didn't speak. But I thought it would have been so hilarious if
if he
like
was so bald.
he was still bald.
No.
he
He was bald
he
his
was
whole
still-
life.
He was still bald with those big ears. But I was saying like it'd be funny if he still had that real old man.
Excuse me, sir. I think I threw my frisbee over here.
Jeez.
No, and then like the picture, he found a picture of himself at like 10 years old, like shirtless and whatever. And Jada was like, "Oh, why is there a picture of you shirtless at 10 years old?" And then the way the episode framed it, it seemed like there was some like nastiness happening to kids over there, and it wasn't that at all. It was just like a big like red herring type thing. It was like, "Oh no, it was just my dad. My dad just happened to have a picture of me shirtless."
Yeah, they were wilding in that episode. I mean, the show's just been filler, honestly. Like, but outside, like, very little, like, insignificant plot lines have been developing. But I did kind of want to. I just read something in the group chat that made me like want to double back in one of the older topics we talk about: Janae Aiko and
Yeah.
Alicia Curry, toxic femininity, and yet they kept trying to defend them. Let women express themselves. Do y'all remember earlier in the week when Meek Mill tweeted out that this was the tweet? You probably like the sweetest girl I've ever known, but I'll fuck it up because falling in love to me is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He was quoting song lyrics, and girls were just like, "He need to grow up. This is stupid." Like, yo, when a man tries to express himself and what he feels, it's like y'all just attacked him. But when the other side comes out, it's like, come on,
Yeah.
come on.
It's not a
Yeah.
happy medium.
And the thing that sucked about it was, even though he's quoting a song,
yes.
men, have we ever felt like that? Even going back to the whole dealing with toxic relationships, have you ever felt like because of past traumas and relationships that you've been into, it makes you be uncomfortable to be in love again or to trust again
Yeah.
because of how much we have to
Oh, yeah.
provide and bring to the table in a relationship? To do that again for another person who might take advantage of it.
I wouldn't say I felt like it was in a position where I would feel like I'd be taken advantage of. It's just that I know myself enough to say, okay, I would want to provide for this person. I just wouldn't want to end up hurt again because it's like, okay, I'm giving you everything that I want. Like, I'm going to give you everything if I'm in a relationship with you, but like, I wouldn't want it to be like, oh, this isn't enough, because then I'm going to just doubt myself and be like, oh, fuck, like, what am I doing? But no, I figured, like, you know, dealing with past situations or past relationships, I would be scared to fuck it up. That's why I probably go above and beyond.
But then, and that's the thing. A lot of relationships, they cause, to me, maybe I'm speaking from a very biased, warped point of view. I feel like a lot of demands are placed on the man coming into a relationship. Like, we have to provide and bring so much. And it's like, we don't get the same respect. Like, a lot of girls that I've dealt with, especially even back to the Ayesha Curry and Janae Aiko situation, was like, oh, we all felt insecure. We just want reassurance. Reassurance. That is a phrase that's come up a lot in the past relationships that I've been in my life.
Yeah.
And I read this post where some man came out and said it, and I was like, that's a really great way to put it. And I'm going to read it for you guys right now. It says, that good morning, beautiful, and all that reassurance shit don't matter, and it make you look weak. And it make a bitch overlook you. No matter how much you want to remind a bitch how much she mean to you, hold that shit in and talk to these bitches real crazy. They treat you better. That's what somebody said. Tone with the laugh in the background. That's what somebody said. Because to me, reassurance and attention is something intangible.
Okay,
It's a void that can never be filled.
true. Very
Because
true.
the rules change when it's somebody you're attracted to and somebody you're not attracted to. If somebody you're not attracted to is giving you too much attention, that's stalking. If it's somebody you like and somebody you're interested in and they're giving you attention, you just want more and more and more and more.
Yeah, it's a
How many-
greed thing. Like you said, it was going
It goes
into
into
greed.
greed.
Thing. Yeah.
And that even speaks more into, like, you guys ever spent a very long periods, extended periods of time with a woman or a girl, significant other, and the moment you leave, it's an issue?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Can,
happened.
can spend the entire weekend together, and then it's like, yo, I want to go chill with my friends. Why? The fuck? I can't go see a movie with my niggas. Like you
You know how they get
yeah.
seeing those booty flicks.
the booty flicks. The fuck is it?
That's
You
how it
know
starts
this.
up.
You made me put this.
Make
you
it happen.
requested this. I'm
Make it
telling you.
happen.
I did
You-
request. I did not
You,
request.
you requested this.
This is the
I-
one you wanted.
This is not what I
This is
wanted.
exactly-
This is what
I
you-
don't want the attention. No.
No, but you
But-
requested that this song play while you go off on this.
So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Let him go. Go off, sis.
Go on. See.
No, it's like I can like that exact situation happened. Like I spent an entire like weekend, Friday to Sunday afternoon ish, with this person, and then it was like, okay, hit up my friends like, yo, well, like, what's the move for tonight? Oh, we're probably gonna go to the movies or like go shoot some pool or some shit like that. All right, cool. Let her know. Oh wait, why you gotta go? I gotta be trapped in the house with you all the time? Hey.
Yo.
But it's true.
It.
I've been with a girl who's been like, yo, I just want, and she's told me this before.
Yeah.
They're like, I just
Yeah.
want reassurance. It's like, but I did my part. It gets exhausting. That is not my job to make you feel good about yourself.
See.
I don't mind doing it.
Yeah.
But at some
Like-
point, you have to have some responsibility within your own self-worth.
Like what Cat Williams said, it's called self-esteem.
Yo, Cat
Esteem
Williams.
of
and-
your motherfucking
fucking
self. Come
Nigga, did
on.
you know that I can see you not using your self-esteem? Oh, my God. It's on your nose.
Nah, honestly, I've been in that same space, but I think what it taught me was that I can't be the person to provide that for you, because that's an expectation, like you said, a void that can't be filled. Expectations,
intangible.
it's intangible, but when you set that expectation, it's obviously not going to always get met. You're going to expect this from a person, and it's really just going to be lowballed to where you want it to be, or it's going to be just enough, like a Band-Aid, to get through to the next part, or to the next part, to the next part. I'm like, nah, you can't do that all the time.
You can't.
Like, if you can't be that enough for yourself, and just get, like, I guess a good feeling from me, and you just being together, and that tiding you over, then I don't know. You gotta take a step back, look into yourself.
Know yourself, know your worth.
Yeah, know better, do better.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. It just gets really tiring at a time. I don't think a lot of girls even think about what it costs of a man, like what they're asking of when they ask for these things in a relationship, like the amount of reassurance that they need, the toll. How many times have y'all come in from a hard day and a woman made it about her? And then the fact that you having a hard day,
There's no real number to put.
There's no. If infinity could be a number.
and I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm harping on women on Mother's Day, but
Yeah.
just, I know I came in
Nah,
here ready
you
to do
you
it.
in your bag now.
It just so happened to coincide
The
with Mother's
stars
Day.
have aligned to make this
Canceled. Half our entire demographic gone in one day.
happen. It just really bothered me that when this story came out and how much they wanted to defend it. People tried to defend it. It's like, yeah, we can understand the emotion, but let's not just try to let it pass by. I saw this as a perfect opportunity to shed a light on the greed, that within some relationships, the greed that goes on. What's he sending? Okay,
Yo, please
Guys.
talk about this.
all right,
Please talk about this.
we're done with the relationship shit.
We done with it. We
Guys.
done with it.
Yeah.
Because this past week, thanks for asking. If the 11 happened,
Yes. If the 11.
if
Get
the
at 'em.
11 happened, it was amazing. Me, Tone threw the show on. There's a couple guys there. A lot of people came out. Shout out to everybody who came. I think shout out to the listeners, the young ladies who I met after the show who really enjoyed my set. They said they're gonna tune into the podcast. Shout out to y'all. Shout out Gabby. Shout out.
Oh yeah, and the real
Yes,
single women.
yes. Shout out to them on this episode where you're bashing women.
Yo, shout out to them. Shout out to them.
It was all part of Evan's plan.
Straight up.
That's what I'm here for. But the show was great. We had a super fire lineup. Shout out to all the comedians who performed. Shout out to Dean Davis. Shout out Kyle Pennon. Shout out Kyle Mara. Shout out to Ralph Anthony. Shout out to Jason Choi. Shout out to Cherry Ann Trinidad. Shout out to Pockets Graham. And shout out to Andre Thompson.
Pockets
Everybody who was there. You guys came through. You killed the show. Me and Tone, we came, did our thing.
Hilarious.
Yeah, great show.
Yeah.
Great lineup. Wonderful event. See you niggas at the next one. It was dope. Honestly, I'm kind of tired because even with the podcast guys, like, I did this, me and my co-host from the Yu-Gi-Oh channel that I do the Yu-Gi-Oh videos with, we met up on like Wednesday, Thursday, and we have filmed 16 to 18 videos.
Damn.
So between
Put in
that
work.
and the shows that I've been doing since Friday,
Yeah.
performing at the Row Hotel, shout out to Finn G.
Hey.
Did that, Ifty. Like I've
He's
had like
tapped out.
I've had like a little tiny piece of what it feels like to be on tour.
Hey.
Constant traveling
Hey.
and performing. That's just been my life.
How you feel about it though?
God, I cannot imagine this on a bigger scale.
Shit.
This is like a mini tour. Like this is just
Yeah.
a mini taste of what a tour is like. But just that mindset of constant traveling,
Like, just going
and
back and-
performing, traveling, performing, barely sleeping, not eating enough. Like it's just
Get used to it.
constant buying.
Get
gas.
used to it.
Yeah. But
And we're not touring.
imagine going through all of that. And it's funny because my friend Anthony mentioned it to me. He's like, "Oh, Evan, you know, you're always so busy. Like you should have a relationship, somebody to vent to." I was like, "What? What?"
Well, a confidant.
I would just come home and be like, "Oh man, I'm so tired," and they would make it about themselves. And then what?
Well, what if you did find somebody that you could come home to and say all that stuff to?
That's not fair to them. They had it.
Well, what if they enjoy it? Maybe they like enjoy you enough to be like, hey, you know, I do legitimately want to hear about you. I think.
Well, we know me personally. I have a lot of shit and issues personally. As I've been dug into by the past couple of days by friends and family and other people have dug into my personality and my character deficits. Oh, having you so man.
Tell us more.
This podcast isn't about me.
Yes, it is. You're the host.
But y'all the co-host. Y'all had shit going on. I'm gonna start snitching.
Wait a minute. No,
Uh,
no.
Actually, I've been super dry this week.
Really?
Thankfully, the only thing I had
Nothing
to
going
do
on in
was-
Snapchat? That's what I want to talk about. Yes,
Shit.
going on Snapchat.
Hey,
No,
yo.
you're the Snapchat correspondent. You got to explain this fuck shit going on Snapchat right now.
Okay.
What is with this gender swapping filter
Listen.
on Snapchat?
Listen.
Why are niggas putting wigs and makeup
That
on?
shit because
and saying
niggas
it's a
want to
filter?
do that shit. Yo, okay, let's.
I've deleted Snapchat off my phone since I
Really?
saw that thing. I don't even want to see that.
That's why my follow count was down.
I'm not watching your shit, nigga.
Listen, sometimes it's lit.
You unsubscribed from Big Red.
Yep.
Triple X.
Yo, shout out Big Red, Triple X.
Nah, but what's
Follow
going
me.
on with this filter thing? What, like,
I want to
women
say
are looking like niggas. Niggas is looking like women. Like, what's up?
I feel like we can already see the climate that's happening right now. Role reversal is happening because the whole thing with Janae Aiko, she's sitting there pulling up.
triggered.
She's triggered, but she was triggered like a nigga. She was going off. And shoot her shots
got
at
all
him.
the gang members. She went to shoot Big Sean up, and she pressured him to take that picture. Like, yo, you'll take this flick with me for the
Niggas
gram.
is on the other
Well,
side of the
yeah,
camera.
we
Like,
took
yeah.
the picture. The whole gang.
It's like, nah, I don't even want to take the picture. I don't really fuck with. I do fuck with you.
I too fuck with you.
You tall ass bitch. I really do fuck with you.
It's crazy.
But I feel like that's a lot of what's happening. Because I mean, look at the whole case of Aisha Curry. She's expressing herself on a medium where a lot of other people will be able to see it and understand more about a person, or at least that person's thoughts and views.
Right.
Guys, we just blatantly do it all the time. We're just like, yo, yeah, fuck these bitches, this and that, whatever. Like, yo, I like my dick sucked, this and that, all that. They like, I feel like that's the climate. It's changing over. And that's all it really is. So Snapchat, kudos.
Kudos. No, you canceled. Snapchat, you canceled just like Steve Harvey.
For letting niggas cross-dress?
Damn.
Yo, y'all hear about Steve Harvey getting canceled after he told everybody to not sleep?
To not, what?
Yeah. You didn't see the clip of him telling everybody not to sleep?
The only thing I've heard
I
about
put it-
Steve Harvey within the past week was some stocks I bought yesterday. I didn't know he had a stock collection.
I'll play the
It's pretty
clip.
fire.
I'll play the clip.
Play the clip.
Steve
man.
Harvey stocks. Shout out Steve Harvey.
The Bible says, he who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty
Listening
will set
intently.
upon you like a thief in the night. Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in L.A. and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life, and your ass was asleep.
Shit.
Yeah. And then he said all that, and certain people ran with it, and then he fell asleep. And
He went to bed about
and,
it.
and woke up canceled.
Damn.
Canceled
Damn.
the show.
Woke up unemployed.
Yeah, and my problem, the Brander subject that I want to bring about this is, I hate it, and it kind of goes into what we were talking about last week. I don't like when rich and successful people tell people who are trying to be rich and successful they try to sell these false perceptions of what it takes to be successful.
How would you say that's a false perception, though?
Because he tried to say that sleep isn't important. You gotta hustle till you like. To me, if you are throwing your health in the line, sometimes it's not worth it because then that hinders your judgment on being successful. It could destroy you at the core of who you are, and you know you're not your best self when you don't get enough rest, and it causes a lot of other health issues within you if you don't get enough sleep. So how dare you tell people or promote the idea that rich people don't sleep? They're probably the most sleepiest people in the world because they got the time to sleep. They got money. How much money Bill Gates make a second?
Well, like 20,000.
Exactly.
Not okay, but let's double back.
And it goes into last week how they tried to tie in the whole thing when I talk about the government controlling us to, oh man, people are having depression, so you can't use social media. It's like don't fit some other narrative in it to justify the fuck shit you really trying to do on us. It's like you see the market is changing, you see people are coming up, and I feel like they're trying to tell people like these false advertisements of what to do to be rich and successful that aren't going to help them.
I think
I've seen way too many people work themselves dead to try to be successful and it not work out.
I say that even look at it like a friend that like, you know, I was worried about like at one point where he was like literally working himself to death. I probably still is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. I don't want to say his name, but
Don't
you
have
know,
to.
but
It's all
still
about
it's like
situation.
just seeing that it doesn't equate well, but
I've
not
done
everybody. Yeah, no, and even with this past weekend, like I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
you
I've got
like
not as much sleep as I
like
would
2
like to
minutes
get.
of sleep.
I
But
haven't gotten as much sleep as I would like, but there's been periods in my life where I was working 2 jobs,
Yeah.
helping pay bills and supporting people and just making all this money. And I had this hustle mentality that I needed to keep working. As long
Yeah.
as I'm awake, sleep when you dead, da-da-da. And it was just one of those, I worked myself into depression.
yeah, because you weren't working towards what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That was just
I was
like
just
more
working
like
to
providing.
work. I was just working to work.
Working to
make,
work.
I was working to make money.
Yeah,
And money doesn't equate happiness because you can't take it with you. And if you don't have anybody to provide the money for, that doesn't bring fulfillment.
exactly.
So just working to make money is an empty
Yeah.
empty void.
I mean,
Especially
feel
if you're not working for yourself with a goal
Yeah.
in mind. You can't just be making money for the sake of making money. It's like when men go through terrible breakups and they tell you, man, fuck bitches, get money. But what does that do for my soul?
Yeah, that's why I couldn't really get down with it. Like there was a situation where I was almost in where like I could have just been doing that, but it's not fulfilling. Like it really, at the end of the day, like after 2-3 days, whatever, you're like,
It was
this
just
is a
something
waste.
to do. And
Not a waste, but it was just like it
No.
was something to do.
it's something to do and it didn't help. It
Yeah.
ultimately didn't help. And it's something that I'd rather not focus my time on.
Yeah,
Because I've been in situations like that where, you know, you go through a whole period and, you know, you're just sleeping around with people trying to, like, maybe this will help fill a void that's caused by my past, you know, issues that I've dealt with, situations that I've been in. And it just added. That's all. It just added to what was already going on in my life.
Sprinkle it
Because
on.
now I'm involved in this other person, and now this situationship is going on. And now I gotta
yeah.
you know, I got to entertain this and put the energy into the situationship. So that's me exerting even more energy
Yeah.
into something else that I could be using to help myself.
Yeah, and that's a big problem nowadays. I mean, like you don't take the steps to work on you and heal yourself and heal past whatever it is that you've been afflicted with, so that way you just keep diving back into the same situation. Like we all know those common tropes where it's just like, oh well, you know, yeah, I kind of want to help that person, but I'm not helping myself. But it's like you kind of see that in another person. It's like, okay, maybe I can help this person, and like be good and be like all right, but nah. Gotta help yourself, man. Don't play yourself.
No, that's facts, and that's why it just bothered me that Steve Harvey did that. I'm like, why? And all the stuff that you be preaching is like, it comes across as preaching, like you're judging people for getting 8 hours of sleep. Like, scientifically, the human body needs 8 hours of sleep just to function properly. And like, I can say this now as being a person who's been on that side of working themselves to death. It's like, ever since I kind of put myself in a position where I'm doing things, where I do things with the mindset of fulfilling myself and things that bring me joy, and I get sleep, the quality of my life is so much happier now.
Yeah.
It's so much better now.
Yeah.
I can walk around with a better peace of mind every day. Little things that used to bother me and infiltrate my mind and ruin my whole day don't do that anymore. They don't have that power over me because I don't develop and spend my time into frivolous things that mean nothing to me. I don't make money just for the sake of making money. I make money from the things that I enjoy doing. It may not be the amount of money I like to make. Trust me. I ain't there yet.
Ain't there yet. Not yet.
But I'm on that path.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I feel like that should be the message that should be trying to preach. It's like, take the time to figure out what it is that brings fulfillment in your life and try to focus on those and try to figure out ways to make money in that lane.
Yeah.
If there isn't money already there.
Yeah.
Do what you can. If you have to make a side job here or there just to make a little bit extra money to get by, there's no problem in that.
Exactly.
But don't work yourself stupid and you're killing yourself. You're creating these diseases within your body. Your body's a temple. If your body feels good, your mind feels good. And your mind feels good, that makes your life feel better. You wake up with a deeper sense of appreciation and gratitude for everything.
Conscious compass.
I'm just saying. You won't wake up talking about, I wish men would just pay me more attention. And it was one of those, like, I understand everybody has insecurities, but like, you have millions of dollars, your own cooking show, children, a loving family.
That just goes to show, though, you need to take care of that before you get into that space. I think that's the common misconception.
You focus on what brings you fulfillment. You have less time to focus on what makes you insecure.
Yeah. And plus, what works for you might not work for the majority. Like, Steve Harvey's in a different platform, and I feel like he's that far removed from, like, where everybody else is. So I feel like you can't really make a comment on that unless you've, like, lived it and you have something, like, more sound to say. Like, remember, not everybody has, like, a $1 million mustache. Those suits are always hitting, too. Yo, shout out to his sock collection. It's really lit.
Do you remember when we found out Steve Harvey's wig was fake?
His wig?
When he had a wig of the afro. That afro wig was fake.
No.
That wasn't his real afro.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
That was like a secret in Hollywood going on. And then when he finally went bald, he came out and said, like, yeah, that was a fake wig.
What?
Yeah, that wasn't his real hair.
Yo, fuck Steve Harvey's sock collection, man. Yo, that's what?
Yeah, it was a fake wig.
I'm astounded.
So what if we find out that his mustache is fake? He really running around here?
No. Chill.
Like
chill.
So he really Mr. Potato Head out here?
He want to be Kenneth so bad.
Yo, shout out to Kenneth.
Would you buy a fake mustache, Kenneth?
No.
Please, you should.
No.
He said no, bro.
Wait a minute. I think we have some very nice pictures of you wearing a fake mustache.
I love those photos.
Those are amazing. They're great.
No, they're the funniest photos on the internet. Not because you don't have a mustache. It's just the poses.
And you had money and everything?
Yeah, it's the money that made it funny. Were you going through a breakup
Funny
at the
money.
time?
No. I was actually in a relationship at the time.
Making
Damn.
money.
Making money. Hey. There you go. Out here.
I wish
So
I
can
was
we-
making money when I was in a relationship.
Man.
So can we move on from making fun of me?
Ah.
All right.
Yo, shout out to the dude who got 2 twin girls pregnant.
Yes, thank you.
What?
I forgot about that guy.
This is
He's
why.
making like a show, isn't he?
Yeah.
The guy that got 2, he has like sister wives. He not
Yeah,
one
they're
girl
they're
pregnant.
twins. They're twin sisters, and they're both pregnant at the same time. Yes.
Let the people know, Kenneth.
That was
What?
that was the story. So we out here talking about toxic femininity. To me that's toxic humanity because that nigga's nasty for fucking both sisters, and they're both nasty for being like, oh yeah, we're both okay with like both of us dating the same nigga. First off, that nigga might have just been dumb and like fuck both of them thinking they're the same girl, and then
We've all made that mistake.
no,
We haven't?
no, just you.
It's not lit.
It really isn't.
It's not. Sorry, Party Lamp. Put your hat back on.
There ain't no dollar bill.
Yeah, we went broke after that one. We went broke after that one. Let's just hide your shame, party lamp.
Put your shade on. Hide your shame.
Yo, my dude,
Shade the shame.
my dude, party lamp out here fucking with 2 fucking surge protectors, ended up with batteries, 4 batteries,
Full battery.
4 batteries.
All 4 of them. Nah, but that nigga's nasty.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he get some of the 2 same girls ain't making their own show about it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because people are nasty.
But then it's like I feel like they sensationalize shit like this, so that way it's like you bring it to the public and it's like, what would you do? I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I'm not doing.
They made a documentary off it.
low key, they should make a documentary off the Shade Room.
What if he find out those babies ain't his?
How? Wait.
Hey, the plot thickens. The plot will thicken.
Who else is out here fucking twins? Oh, my
Well, no.
goodness.
If just one of them, like, if one of them turns out
Oh,
like that's not
jeez.
his kid.
I'll hit you guys with one final question before we end the show because we got like a couple minutes left.
No doubt.
It says, I'm talking to a guy that I've never met. He's in a relationship but plans to leave her once we finally meet. What should I do? Let's give sis some help.
Plans to leave.
Is it like a?
He plans to leave. He's in a
Oh,
relationship that he plans to leave to be with this other girl. So he's already cheating.
So
He can't be black. It's crazy.
what's
White
keeping
men are
With
wild.
such a great face.
what's keeping him from leaving the relationship already?
Because they never met.
Man, fuck that.
I'm not going to leave my
She shouldn't
relationship
even
for
be
some
going
chick I
out
never
with-
met.
They never met.
No, he never met the other girl yet. They just been talking.
This nigga.
And she over here wondering what should she do. Meet me.
No. No.
Meet this meat.
What you need to do. He's done.
Boo, get the fuck out of here.
He's done.
Let's go. Put my Seinfeld team. Watch the fucking end of this show. Fuck y'all niggas, man. Y'all hate it.
Bless you.
Thank you. Oh my god.
While Evan finds his sound
Why?
effect.
Give her some respect. Give her advice.
No. Okay.
I would if I'm in that situation, I wouldn't want to be with that person because what's to stop him from doing that to her if he meets somebody new?
People
wouldn't
don't
even
have
care
that
about
type
that.
of foresight. What would you care about?
Me, I would just care about the fact that, like, yo, that energy is gonna come over to me now. Like, whatever energy, like, that you didn't, like, really mutually end on with that other person is gonna transfer over to our relationship. And now it's just gonna be like, oh, well, fuck. I don't know. Like, it just doesn't sit right with me because it's like the married woman or married man situation where it's like you're going out with a married man or married woman. Like, is that really what you should be doing? It's
You
like,
know, I think it's funny because how often do we ask a person that we're dating or interested in, like, yo, why'd your last relationship end?
yeah.
Do you feel any type of accountability on why it ended?
And I don't think
'Cause
that
most
question
time-
comes
no,
up.
It
much.
doesn't. And when
Yeah.
it does, people always they don't take any accountability on why their last relationship failed.
Yeah.
They always point the finger to the other person.
Me personally,
You take-
now I would be in a space where I would do that because, like,
You acknowledge what you did.
I would acknowledge it because it's like there's no need for me to be in a situation where I'm not being truthful with myself. Because it's like I need to at least push that agenda forward. Like I'm past that and I'm working through it, and I'm also in a better place instead of it just being like, okay, I didn't live and learned. Like, you know, like I'm just doing the same stupid shit. You know, so I think that's where you have to mature. You can't just be unaccountable for your actions within a relationship because then you're not going to know what you want going forward, and you're not going to know what you want from that person and from yourself in a relationship. So
That's true. I have to agree. I can't not be open and honest with the person because if I'm not going to be open and honest, like in the talking phase of the relationship, that means I'm not planning on taking the relationship seriously.
and you're not going to get the most fulfillment out of it.
Now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about this.
Damn, y'all made me mad happy with that shit.
Hey,
That's dope. That was fucking dope. But guys, pray for men. Pray for us.
Prayers up.
It's been
Prayers
another
up.
episode of the Can We Not podcast.
Thoughts and prayers.
Happy Mother's Day to some of the mothers out there. Everybody who's with. Not everybody. Damn it. That's us. And we gonna see y'all niggas next week.
don't sleep with
Nationwide for total convenience. Make any ATM your ATM. For Advantage Plus checking, receive credit up to 10.